Yeah. Good morning to everyone. So this is Srinivas. I'm teaching the REST API in our Durgasoft Institute. Okay. From last 5 years onwards, I'm teaching this one. Django also I'm teaching, sir. Okay. So here we are discussing about the Django REST framework, sir. This is our course name, REST API. Simply we are calling the REST API. You getting this one? So why required this REST API? As a Pythonist developer, is it really required or not? We need to have the knowledge. Getting this one? So already last session some overview I given, sir. You getting this one? So here onwards, sir. So to learn this Django REST framework, DRF nothing but Django REST framework, sir. Django REST framework. To learn this Django REST framework, what are the prerequisites? Means Python and Django framework must be required. The knowledge about the Python and Django framework must be required to learn this Django REST framework. Understand this one? Okay. If you want to becoming like a Python side developer, Pythonist developer, full-fledged Python developer, if you want to make like that, then you need to have knowledge about the Python language and the Django framework and also Django REST framework. These are three frameworks related knowledge you need to have, sir. Python, Django framework, Django REST framework. These three concepts you need to have the knowledge. Then only we can developing the 100% Python applications, pure Python applications we can developing. Okay, but lot of people learning only Python and Django framework, and people are not learning Django REST frameworks. I mean, they don't know about the actual importance of this Django REST framework. Okay, so by learning this Python and Django framework, they are attending the interviews. When they are attending the multiple interviews, then they are realizing, okay, what is the actual importance of the REST framework. Are you getting this one? So many interviews, people are asking about the Django REST framework, REST API related questions. Why means, if you know Django REST framework means already you know about this Python and the Django framework also. Are you getting this one? So if industry people are taking a Django framework developers, hiring Django developers means that person can able to do development by using the Python and the Django framework only, but not REST API. Okay, that's why nowadays organization people are looking for REST API developers. If you are a REST API developer, means you are able to developing Python code, you are able to developing Django framework code, and also REST API related code also you can developing successfully. Are you getting this one? That's why nowadays all organization people are looking for this Django REST framework people. Okay, so in industry also so many vacancies are there, sir. REST API developer positions, so many vacancies are there. Okay, so how can you say means, for example, 100 people, sir, 100 students learning this Python. Out of 100 students only 50% people, nothing but 50 students are joining the Django framework. Remaining 50 people joining the data science, machine learning language, like different other sectors they are going, sir. Hadoop technologies like this. You getting this one? Okay, so out of 100 students, 50 students joining this Django framework. So how many people learning this Django framework? Those all people, those all people should be knows about knowledge this Django REST framework also. Are getting this one? If 50 students are learning this Django framework means those 50 students should be learning this Django REST framework also. Are you getting this one? Then only real time by using our Python, Django, and REST API related knowledge, you can apply to developing your own applications or else your organization applications. Are you getting this one? But 50 students, 50% students joining this Django framework. Out of 50 students, generally nowadays only 10% of people learning this REST API. Only 10% of people learning this REST API, sir. Remaining all people not learning this Django REST framework. Why means they don't know about Django REST framework importance in real time, sir. Are you getting this one? Okay, assumptions are in your resume. So your skills you kept as a Python, you know, Django framework, you know, only Python, Django as your skills you taken. Okay, your friend also maintaining Python, Django framework plus Django REST framework as his skills. in the resume, sir. Are you getting this one? Okay, you and your friend both are attending the interviews. In your resume, Python, Django only there. In your friend resume, Python, Django plus Django REST framework also there, sir. Then compared to you, your friend only having more chances to crack that interview. I mean that person knows Django REST framework. That is the importance of this Django REST framework, sir. You getting this one? Okay. So if you are if you want to become if you want to developing a web applications using our Django framework, 100% you need to learn this Django REST framework also. This point remember, sir. Getting this point? So previously I told, sir, here this is my project, 100% project. This one my 100% project. So using our Python and Django knowledge, only you are able to developing 70% of the project only. Are you getting this one? So only you are able to developing this 70% of the coding only, sir. This 70% of coding only you are able to developing. Okay. So more beautifully you are developing, sir, by using our Django knowledge. More beautifully you are developing our application, Django application. But this application is not developing 100%, only 70% only developing. Remaining 30% is waiting for REST API development. Okay, so this remaining 30% of code is developing by REST API developers, Django REST framework developers. Are you getting this one? So when we are adding this 30% code also to this 70% code, then it becoming like a 100% project, 100% coding. Then this project we can deliver to public in real time, sir. Okay, without developing REST API related coding to our existing Django project in real time, no Django projects are going to be releasing to public. That is the importance of this Django REST framework, sir. Okay, so if you know only Python and Django means you are able to developing this piece of code only, sir. This piece of code only you are able to developing. Then obviously remaining part code is waiting. Okay, then your company people hiring new person to developing this piece of code. Okay, that's why REST API knowledge 100% required to you to developing our Django project in real time. Are you getting this one, guys? Okay, next. Why required to learn this Django REST framework? Why required to learn this Django REST framework? So I told Django REST framework also called as REST API simply. Okay, so Django REST framework is providing so many predefined modules, predefined classes, predefined methods, sir. Okay, Django REST framework providing so many built-in modules or classes or methods. By using because of these all modules or classes or methods, we are not going to write more lines of code. We are going to write the less lines of code only. Ready-madely we are going to get a lot of code. Are you getting this one? For example, if you want to developing one Django CRUD operation project, okay, CRUD operation project you are going to be developing, sir. Creating, updating, reading, deleting purpose. I want to develop one application. So using Django, if you are developing means 100 lines of code you are going to write that. Using Django, 100 lines of code you are going to develop to generating the or to executing this Django project. Okay, but same CRUD operation project using REST API, if you are developing, then 20 lines code is enough, sir. 20 lines code is enough. Are you getting this one? So using Django, more than 100 lines of code is required to developing the CRUD operation related Django project. But the same CRUD operations are using REST API within the within the 20 lines of code, we can develop in 100%. Are you getting this one? Means remaining 80% of code, remaining 80% of code you are going to be shaving. Okay, 80% of code you are shaving means obviously lot of benefits are there, sir, while developing our application. Are you getting this one? So project duration time is going to be reducing. Less lines of code we are writing. Obviously less lines code you are writing means time saving. Getting this one? Like multiple advantages are there. By using REST API, majorly we will get time saving and cost saving and the best performance of application we will generate. Okay, best performance giving our application. Are you getting this one? So this is REST API related benefits are. Any language you can take, sir. Any language related framework you can take up. Java, .NET, Python, like whatever you want. Any organization people looking for saving the time and saving the cost of the project and giving the best performance of application. These are three factors mainly focusing. So compared to any other language frameworks, okay, any other APIs, using our Django REST framework, we are getting more benefits with respect to these three factors. Do you understand this one? Okay, so this is actual importance of the Django REST framework. Sorry. Actual importance of the Django REST framework. Are you getting this one? Okay. So first of all, some people are thinking like Django and Django REST framework both are same frameworks. Okay, Django and Django framework both are same framework. Some people are thinking, sir, but really both are not same frameworks. Django framework is different. Django REST framework is different. Okay, Django framework is different and Django REST framework different. Okay, Django REST framework is developing on top of Django framework only. Django REST framework is developing on top of Django framework only. Means Django REST framework is an extension concept of Django framework only. Okay, so extension concept means, for example, you can take up here. Here, this is my Django is there. This is my Django related concepts are there, sir. Django concepts. For example, model, views, URLs, templates. Okay, like a number of concepts are there. A number of concepts are there, sir. Templates, forms. Okay, like so many things. Now here REST API, Django REST framework related concepts are there, sir. Okay, predefined modules providing and classes providing, methods providing. These all modules, classes, or methods not available in this Django framework. Okay, so Django REST framework having some new modules, classes, or methods. Okay, so Django REST framework also having this Django related concepts also. Total together we call Django REST framework. So Django REST framework is an extension concept of Django framework only. Means the concepts which are available in this Django framework, those all concepts available in Django REST framework also, plus some extra concepts available. Okay, because of these all extra modules or classes or methods, we are going to get lot of benefits. Okay, so developers at the time of developing projects, okay, so Django REST framework is going to reducing the burden on developers. Okay, is going to reducing the burden on the developers. Are you understand? So how it is reducing the burden on the developers means, you know, so very less lines of code we are writing because of predefined modules. Okay, so you can see, sir, here this is my Django project. If I want to create the data, okay, create the data into database, then here some group of lines code I'm writing. What I'm writing? Some group of lines code I'm writing for creating purpose. For what purpose? Creating purpose. If I want to update again, some more group of lines code I'm writing in Django for creating one view, updating one view, like this we are writing, sir. This is for update related we are writing. Okay, same like for deleting related, for getting related, like a number of logics we can write, a number of views we are writing, sir. Are you getting this one? So this is for deleting assumption. This is for reading purpose assumption, sir. Okay, now here my data is there. Here my database is there, DB. So using this Django knowledge, creating view, updating view, deleting view, can performing the operations on our database. Okay, but if you are using Django REST framework, if you are using Django REST framework, instead of writing these all lines for creating the logics, okay, instead of writing these all lines of code, ready-madely developing, already created these all lines of codes are already created these all lines of code and given one predefined class name. Okay, so for example, create class assumptions are, okay, create class, update class, delete class, okay, like a dot a number of classes given. So if I want to create the data onto my database, okay, on my database, if I want to create the data, then just I will use this create method, create class. Okay, if I want to update, I will use update class. If I want to delete, I will use delete class. Okay, at the time of developing my CRUD operation related logics, predefined classes are there for creating, updating, deleting, retrieving like this. I'm going to import those classes and I will reuse existing classes. Then directly I can performing the operations without writing these all lines of code, without writing these all lines of code manually. Okay, so Django REST framework already available. These all codes are what you created in Django. All logics are already available and ready-made class names given. Okay, that's why Django REST framework is going to reduce a lot of burden on the developers while developing the projects. Are you understanding this one? Guys, I hope you are understanding this one. Okay, so that's why nowadays people are giving high priority to learn this Django REST framework to developing this REST APIs. Are you getting this one? Okay, first of all, why required REST API? This is my Django project. This is what my Django project. Okay, now here another project is there. Another project is there. This is what Java project. Okay, now this is a Django app and this is Java app. Okay, so from one application to another application, if you want to make the communication, then 100% REST APIs are required. Without REST API, app to app communication is not possible, sir. So in our Django application, you are going to developing the Django URLs, the URLs I'm taking. For example, Django, it indicating Django. Okay, Django URLs. Okay, now here I have browser. I have browsers. From the browser, I will send the request. Okay, so HTTP column, localhost column, / like some URLs you are writing, sir. So here my database is there. Database is there. Some records data is there. Okay, like two records are there, sir. When I'm sending the request, then my request is going to database. Are you getting this one? So my request is going to be database. Now I'll get the response back, sir. I will get the response back. I'm going to get response. This response Django returns to browser. Django returns to browser, sir, response. Okay, so from the browser, whenever we are sending the request, we are getting the response, and the Django successfully returns that response. Okay, so this response by default, which format means that response by default HTML response. HTML format is there. So as a human being, we can understanding the HTML format output. That's why we are not getting any problem. So when you are learning, when you are doing practice with the Django programs, so this is your performing, sir. Are you getting this one? So from the browser, you are sending the request. After executing our Django project, we are getting the response. This response by default HTML response. So as a human being, we can understanding this output. Okay. Now from Java, I want to send the request. Okay. So here I'm going to be sending the request. Okay, then my request is going to database, getting the response back, sir. This response are going to give Java. Okay, so Java sending the request to take this data, sir, database data accessing for my Java sending the request. Okay, so what request it is sending is Django URLs only. Django URLs only sending. from the Java application. Okay, now you are going to get the response back. What you are going to get? Response you are going to get. So this response by default, what format Django URLs return means HTML format returns. Okay, so after receiving that HTML data to Java, okay, Java application receiving that HTML data, and Java application cannot understanding the HTML response. Okay, so that's why app to app communication is possible. App to app communication is not possible because of Django URLs. Why means Django URLs by default returns response in the form of HTML. Okay, so app to app communication purpose HTML is cannot understanding by other application. Okay, why means HTML is not universal language. HTML is not universal language. What is universal language means? JSON or XML. JSON or XML are the universal languages. Okay, why we are calling those two languages are universal languages means if data is available, if any data is available in the form of JSON or in the form of XML, that data can understanding by Java, can understanding by Django, can understanding by .NET. Like this entire world, all applications can easily understanding the JSON format data or XML format data. Okay, that's why if you want to make the communication between one application to another application, means Java to Django, Django to Java, we need to generate response in the form of what? JSON. Okay, we need to generate the response in the form of what, sir? JSON response we need to generate. Okay, so if you want to generate the JSON response, then for our existing Django project, existing Django project, we need to developing the REST API also. Okay, I told sir. So using Python and Django knowledge, 70% code you can develop. Remaining 30% of code by using the REST API we are going to be developing. Okay, so using REST API knowledge, REST API URLs I developed. Okay, now we have Django URLs and we have REST API related URLs also. Okay, so from Java Django, if you want to make the connection, don't use Django URLs. What you are going to use? REST API related URLs you are going to use. Okay. So from the Java, I will use REST API URL. Then that is coming to Django application. Then Django interacting with the database, getting the response. Now Django giving that response to Java. So at the time of giving response, what response you are giving means not HTML, sir. JSON. Okay, so REST API URLs are giving the response in the form of JSON format. Okay, REST API URLs generating the response in the form of JSON. That's why my Java application can successfully understanding this JSON response. Why means JSON is a universal language format or message format. Are you getting this point? That's why to our existing Django project, REST API must be required, sir, 100%. 100% REST API coding must be required. Are you getting this point? Otherwise, assumptions are REST API you are not developing, then what is the problem to your project means? Our application cannot communicating to other application. Okay, our application is unable to communicating by another application. Okay, if not communicating by other application, then what is the problem? What is the problem means our application is not going to get more popularity. Okay, more applications people, other outside people, are more application people are unable to interact with our Django application, then obviously our application is not going to get the popularity. If more people are interacting with our application, then our application is going to get the more money, more profits. If less number of people are using our application means our application is not getting popularity. If no popularity is there for our application, then obviously profits are losing. Are you getting this one? Real time examples you can take, sir. Okay, Amazon site, Book My Show site, Flipkart site. Okay, like so many sites are. Any site you can take. From the browser, when I'm sending the request for book my show, then immediately I'll get the home page, book my show home page. Okay. After selecting the movies and the tickets, I need to pay the money, sir. When I'm going to pay the money from my Django application, for example, book my show is developing by Django. Okay. From my Django application, I want to interact with bank application. Okay. So bank application is developed by Java, for example. Are you getting this one? So book my show to bank application, if you want to communicating, then APIs must be required. If this book my show application or else if this bank application not providing APIs, then this application to application communication not possible. If not possible means we are unable to pay the money. Without paying money, we are unable to book the tickets. Without booking the tickets, we are unable to watching the movie. Are you understanding this one? So this is the actual importance of the REST API. Okay, but lot of people don't know about the awareness of this Django REST framework. Okay, that's why so many vacancies are there are in real time organization. Okay, 100% people are learning Django means 100% people should be have knowledge about the Django REST framework also, but only 10% 15% people only learning this Django REST framework, means the remaining people don't know about the importance of REST API. Are you getting this one? Okay, if you are a fresher, then there is a chance to learn. There is a chance without REST API also you can survive our industry. Okay, but if you are a experienced person, 100% you need to have the knowledge about the Django REST framework, real time sir. Okay, some people are putting a fake experience, 3 years, 4 years like this. Then 100% you need to have the knowledge about the Django REST framework also. We're getting this one? Okay. So this is we are going to be discussing nowadays Django REST framework. Okay. So guys, are you understanding this one? Okay. I hope you are understanding, guys. I hope you are understanding about these all things. Okay. Now I will discuss one more small diagram. See here, I have Django applications. I have one Django application. Now I have one Java application also. Java application also. I have one .NET application also I have, sir. Assumption like this, sir. .NET app also I have. Okay. So Django to Java. Django to Java. I want to make the communication. Okay. My requirements are Java to Django. I want to make the communication. Means from the Django, if I'm sending the request, then Java giving the response. Real time, this is possible, sir. Okay. When I'm sending the request from the Django to Java, then Java taking that request, giving the response. So Java giving the response to Django. Okay, same like Django to .NET also. Sir. Django to .NET also. So Django sending the request to .NET, .NET giving the response to Django application. Okay, so here also, sir. Here also you can do that one. .NET application sending the request to Java, Java application giving the response to .NET. Like this, real time, all applications can interact inside. For example, Java application is nothing but bank application assumption. This is the bank application. Okay. So my Django application nothing but book my show BMS, book my show application. .NET application is nothing but, for example, Amazon application. Okay. So Amazon application. Django application interacting with bank application, bank giving the response. .NET application, nothing but Amazon. Amazon application also interacting with the Java application, nothing but bank application and getting the response. Okay, like this, real time all applications together communicating successfully, sir. Okay, but this is generally real time communicating. As a developer, we are the programming developer, sir. As a developer, we are going to do something internally. Then only this communication is going to be possible. Okay. So directly when Django sending the request, Java is not giving the response. If Java giving response means by default what response you are getting means HTML response you are getting, sir. What response? HTML response. HTML response is not understanding by Django. Then obviously this communication is not possible. At the time of developing code, I'm talking. Okay. .NET is sending the request, Java giving the response. Here also response is what format? HTML. So HTML is cannot understanding by .NET application. So this communication also not possible. Do you understand this one? Okay. So then how real time these all applications communicating to each other? Do you understand this one? Means we need to have one mediator, sir. We require one mediator. Via that mediator, these all applications together communicating. Okay. So that is our programming developer responsibility. Are you getting this one? Programming developer responsibility, sir. So here you can see this is what my Django application. Now here my Java application is there. Now here .NET application is there. What is this one? .NET. Okay. So these all applications via one interface or via one mediator going to be communicating. What is that mediator is nothing but REST API. What is that mediator is nothing but REST API. So REST API is generating the response in the form of what? JSON or XML. This is the mediator types. Okay. Now my Django code converting into JSON format. Okay. Django code converting into JSON format. How means as a REST API developer, we are writing some lines of code here. We are writing some lines of code here, sir. Okay. Later you are going to get how we are writing these lines of code. Now finally my Django is converting like a JSON. Now this JSON code, okay. Now this JSON code converting to Java format. JSON code is converting to Java format. For this, here some API developers are there, sir. Here some API developers are there. Okay. So those API developers are converting JSON code to Java format. Finally, my Java is giving a response to JSON format, sir. Okay. Java is giving a response in the form of JSON. Okay. So this is also by API developers only. This is also by API developers only by writing this some lines of code. Finally, I have JSON response. Now this JSON response giving to Django. Okay. Nothing but JSON response now converting to Django format. Converting to Django format. Are you getting this point? Okay. Later here also .NET request we are converting into JSON format. Nothing but .NET code we are converting into JSON format. Okay. Now JSON response again we are converting into .NET code formats by writing of some lines of code. Are you getting this one? Okay. So this is the communications are real time. So all programming languages side API developers must be required. So Django side we are calling REST API developers. Okay. REST API developers we are calling. Java side generally we are calling web service developers. Okay. Web service developers. Okay. Now .NET side generally we are calling web API developers, web API developers. So Django side REST API developer, Java side web service developers are there, .NET side web API developers are there. In all languages side API developers must be required. Okay. Now as a Django developer, you created this Django code, sir, assumption. Okay. Now you are going to developing the REST API also to this Django project. Okay, REST API developer role is what means REST API developer converting this Django request into JSON format. REST API developer converting the Django request into JSON format. Okay, that is a API developer role, sir. REST API developer. Now JSON data converting into Java type. That is a web service developer, sir. Okay, so developer request taking and converting into Java format. Now Java response again converting into JSON format. That is also web service developer only. Finally, I have JSON response or JSON response or XML response I have. Okay. Now REST API developer responsibility is what means taking this JSON response back and converting into Django format. Converting into Django format. Are you understanding this one? Okay. Like this via JSON or XML format, our Django request, okay, our Django request interacting with the Java application, Java response going to Django application. Same like .NET also, sir. For example, .NET to Java I want to communicate in. Okay. So .NET code converting into JSON format by web API developers. Okay. JSON is converting into Java format by web service developers. Java response converting into JSON by web service developers. Now JSON response converting into .NET by web API developers. Like this, from all languages, in all languages, API developers role must be required. Okay. So here we are what developers? Django developers. We are what developers? Django developers means we are responsible to this piece of code. We are responsible to this piece of code. Are you getting this one? So Django request Django code we are converting into JSON, and the JSON code we are converting into Django. This is our responsibility, sir. In this REST API course, we are going to learn about this one. Are you understanding this one? Okay. So how we are converting our Django code into JSON format, and how we are taking this JSON response back and converting into Django. This is our responsibility as a REST API developer. Okay. Later, web service developers are there, sir. Web service developers role is web service developer role is there is my mouse. Okay. So web service developer role is this part, this piece of code. Web service developer role. Are you getting this one? Later, web API developer role is this piece. Okay. Like this, language to language, people are communicating, sir. Are you getting this one? Okay. So remember, we are not required to learn about web service concepts, Java side and .NET side. Okay. We are required to learn about the REST API related concepts. Are you getting this one? Okay. Now my Java is trying to communicate with Java, sir. Okay. My Django wants to communicating with Java. Means Java side web service developers developing the one API. Java API developing, sir. What is developing? Java API developing. So by using this Java API, we are converting Django code into JSON, and the JSON code we are converting into web service. Okay. So these all things performing, sir. So if Java application available API, then using our Django Java API, we will convert into JSON format our data, sir. Okay. And then finally this API is giving a response to JSON format. This is again we are taking to back. Okay. If this Java application not providing API, this API is not providing, then we are unable to communicating with Java application. Are you getting this one? Okay. Next, .NET person also trying to communicate with Java, but Java is not providing API. Then .NET also unable to communicating with Java. Are you getting this one? Then finally, if any application not providing APIs, then those applications are unable to communicate with other applications. Then obviously our applications are not getting the popularity. Are you understanding this one? Guys, I hope you are understanding. Okay. So now assumptions are now assumption here. For my Django application, I am developing the API. That is nothing but REST API we are calling. Okay. So for my Django application, I developed this Django API, REST API. Okay. So if you are developing this REST API to your existing Django project, then so this API internally converting Django request into JSON and the JSON response into Django. So this work done by this API, sir. Okay. Django request converting into JSON, JSON response converting into Django. These two things are done by API. Okay. So that's why Django API is using by Django APIs are using by Java application. Then Java application taking the response back. Django application taking the Java application taking the response back by using that API. Okay. If API you are not developing means we are not going to get the JSON the HTML response that is not understanding by other application. Are you getting this one, guys? Okay. And I told JSON and XML we are calling the universal language format. JSON and XML we are calling universal language or message format. Why means if any data is format that data can understanding by all applications in entire world. Okay. All people are developing the REST APIs to make the communication from one application to another application easily. Are you understanding, guys? Okay. So remember this one. So in our programming development, we are going to do this one only. Okay. At the time of learning Django, only Django URLs you are developing. That is only from the browser only possible. Okay. Now one application to another application, how we are interacting. This one. Okay. Okay. So now later some advantages of REST API. Okay. Advantages of REST API we're going to be discussing. Advantages. What are the advantages, sir? Okay. So I'll tell first major feature Django REST framework is providing API concept. Browsable API concept. What is browsable API concept? Okay. So when you are working with Django project, Django is not providing browsable API. Django is providing only normal browser concept. Okay. For example, this is my browser, sir. This is my browser. Okay. Here my database is there, sir. Here my database is there. And is having some record three. Now from the browser send the request. Okay. Database via Django. Then I'm going to get the response back. Get request only we are sending stuff. That's why you are coming to and bringing all data. These all data we are sending to back. Here we are going to display. Your Django application. So from the browser, some data, that data is by default now going to developing. Delete also one more presentation. So using your Django by the data only possible. If you want to do post create, post update, delete. Okay? These operations if you want to do, then you if you are using REST API, if you are using REST API, then no need of developing the presentation manually. All presentation not required to developing yourself, sir. Okay, Django REST framework itself providing the all presentation ready presentation you are going to get. Are getting this one? Okay, so here you are going to get the URL, sir. So for example, here I'm saying column local host assumption like this. Okay, so whatever the URL, so local host. Now here my having employee data example DB having what employee data 1, 3, 4 like multiple data. Okay, so here I have ready-made buttons. Here I have ready-made buttons. Get button I have. Okay, and here I have one this one post button and your screen also two parts of this one. Okay, now here you are going to get employee name, employee salary. We are not copying the Java presentation code automatically you are getting. Okay, so one URL. If I'm clicking this get button, if I'm clicking this get button, then going to here. Okay, bringing the all data and display here. Bringing the all data and display here. Okay, if I want to create a new data, I will add some data here. Okay, and I can click this post button. I can click this post button. Then taking these all data, going to the database, creating the new records, sir. Creating the same like ID based. ID based means number are going to give. I take this second record. I want to take this second record. Okay, number 2 is going to be give. So then your result is coming to database. ID2 is there or not checking. Okay. So at the time of giving ID, get button, but update later. Okay. Delete button, all buttons you are going to get ready mainly. Okay. Based on the URL, automatically we are getting get button, post button, put button, delete button. Whatever the operation you want to performing, you can performing that operation. Okay. But we are not developing this presentation manually, automatically providing by Django REST framework. Are getting this one? In your model, what fields are there? Employee number, employee name, salary, address, email, password, like this. What fields you have? Those all fields automatically generated by Django REST framework. So HTML code we are not going to be developing. This feature we are calling the browsable API concept. Are you understand this one? Okay. So using Django REST framework, we are not going to developing this HTML code. HTML code you are not developing means the UI coding we are not going to be developing, sir. Do you understand this one? Okay. So second point is what? Second point, UI code
I will say UI knowledge. Okay. UI code not required. UI code not required. UI code not required means totally HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, right? Bootstrap, JavaScript, like a number of presentations, sir. A number of UI technologies. Sir. So HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, like these all knowledge. If you don't know about also, okay, if you don't know also, then easily we can do CRUD operations on our database because of Django REST framework. Okay, I don't know HTML code, CSS code, Bootstrap code, JavaScript code, sir, for example, but I can do CRUD operations. Okay, if you want to create related employee number, employee name, salary, presentation is required, but Django REST framework itself is developing that presentation. That's why UI technology knowledge, if you don't know also, no problem, we can do all the CRUD operations on our database. Are you understanding, Swan? Okay, if you are a Django developer, you must be have knowledge about the UI technology also. Okay, so UI code not required means HTML, so total HTMLs you are not writing, sir. Create HTML, update HTML, delete HTML, like this you are not going to be developing. Okay, so UI code HTMLs you are not developing means obviously less lines of code we are going to write. Okay, less code we are writing, sir. Less code we are writing. Are you understand this one, sir? Less code we are writing using Django REST framework. Why means total HTML we are not writing. Obviously, presentation we are saving, sir. Okay, so you are not writing create HTML, update HTML, delete HTML means obviously less code we are writing. Okay, so less code you are writing means what is the benefit? Less code you are writing means you can take another benefit. Less code you are writing means within the less time we can write, sir. Less code you are writing means within the less time. Okay, less time taking. Simply time saving we are calling time saving. Okay, and another one is if you are writing 100 lines of code, sir. If you are writing 100 lines of code here, line 1, line 2, line 3, like this, 100 lines of code you are writing. So when you are executing our program, line by line, each line by line, top to bottom executing. Okay, if 100 lines are there means some time is taking, sir. If 20 lines only there using Django REST framework means within the less time our program is going to be executed. Understand, sir? That's why less time taking we are calling less time taking. Okay, next if 100 lines code you are writing using Django, 100 lines code you are writing, sir, using Django, then more memory is required to save these all 100 lines code. Okay, more data means more memory is required. But using Django framework, Django REST framework, we are writing the less lines of code. Less lines code you are writing means obviously less memory only required. Okay, so memory saving. Understand this one? Okay, memory saving are here. Memory saving. Okay, next less code only you are writing and less time saving. Because of this one, memory also saving. Less time you are taking means also memory obviously saving, sir. One project 3 months you are developing, same project within the 2 months you are developing means remaining third month salary we are saving. Okay, so cost of the project we are saving. Are you getting this one? So cost of or simply cost saving I'm taking, cost of the project saving. Okay, next less code you are writing means performance is increasing, sir. Okay, application performance increasing. Application performance is increasing. Okay, so less code you are writing means readability increasing, sir. Okay, readability. Less code is there means easily we can read. More lines of code is there means reading is somewhat problem. Okay, so readability increasing. Readability increasing. Are you understanding this one? Okay. So readability increasing, complexity decreasing, like this, a number of points you can make it, sir. Because take one point, and build all remaining points. For example, UI code is not required, means HTMLs we are not writing. Because of HTMLs not writing, we are not going to write more lines of code. Less code we are writing. Because of less code, less time taking, and because of less code, memory also saving, cost also saving, performance is increasing. Okay, readability increasing because of less code only, sir. Okay, like this you can make it all the points. Next, one more best feature is Django REST framework is providing serializers supports. Okay, built-in serializers. Django REST framework is providing built-in serializers concept. Built-in serializers concept. Okay, so generally serialization means the process of converting one type data into another type is called serialization. Okay, only one word answer I am giving. One type data into another type converting is called serialization. This is the definition, sir. Called serialization. Okay, the process of one type data into another type converting is called serialization. Okay, so serialization, deserialization, like these concepts are there. Later you are going to get a serialization concept in this Django REST framework. Very important concept. Okay, so this is we are going to discuss later more clearly. Lot of programs we are going to discuss about this serialization. Okay, so built-in serializers concept is supporting by Django REST framework, and serializers concept why required means one type data converting into another type purpose. Already I told, sir. Okay, already I told what I told here. My Django code is there. Okay, this is what my Django code, and this is what Java code. Okay, so simply you can take this is a JSON I'm taking JSON. This is what Django. Now Django code we are converting into JSON. JSON code we are converting into Django. Already we discussed by using the APIs. By using the APIs we are getting stuff. Okay, so Django code how converting into JSON. Okay, for that conversion purpose we need to write multiple lines of code. Later JSON code converting into Django format we need to write the more lines of code. But without writing these all lines of code, Django REST framework is providing a built-in serializer support. Okay, if you are using that concept, then automatically Django code converting into JSON, JSON code converting into Django format. Obviously done, sir. Are you getting this one? Okay, for example, here database also there assumption. Where is my mouse? See here my data is there. These all diagrams later more clearly you are getting, sir. Roughly I'm explaining here. Don't get confusing. Okay, so now database data converting into Django format, nothing but dictionary format we are converting, sir. Database having key and value format, employee number, so on. Dictionary also employee number, so on, so like this we are converting. Okay, here browser is there. Here browser is there. Okay, so this is general communication, sir. This is general communication. Okay, so if you want to get the data from database means, so this is the thing, sir. This is the thing. Okay, database data I'm taking into Django format, nothing but database data I'm converting into dictionary, dictionary data converting into JSON, JSON data return to browser. Okay, next if you want to create some new data into database from the browser means, from the browser we are sending data that is converting into JSON, JSON converting into dictionary, dictionary converting into database format and storing into database. Okay, like this one type to another type, conversions we are calling the serializers. Okay, so this conversion how we are doing later you are going to get more clearly. Wait some time. Okay, so Django REST framework is providing serializers concept. Without REST framework serializers, using Django, if you want to do that conversion, more lines of code required, sir. But using Django REST framework, less lines of code we are going to write, 1 or 2 lines code only. Okay, that is one benefit. And the next, okay, so built-in security concepts are there. Built-in security providing, built-in security providing, sir. Okay, so for example, APIs are from one application to another application, communication purpose. Okay, for one application to another application, communication purpose. APIs we are developing, sir. API we are developing. Okay, for example, this is my browser, and here my database is there. Here my database is there. Database. Okay, having some data. My database are having some data. 1, 2, like some data. So from this browser, I'm sending the request. Okay, so when I'm sending this request is going to database and getting the data. Okay, no problem. I'm sending the delete request. For example, delete request I'm sending, sir. When I'm sending delete request, my request is going to database, existing data going to be deleted. Okay, I created some data into database, sir, but you send delete request and you deleting this all data. That is not correct way. Okay, that's why to overcome this problem, I need to provide some security to my API. Delete API I'm sending here. Okay, so if you want to use this delete API, then first of all you need to register with my site. You need to register with my site, and then I can provide some roles and responsibilities to you. Are you able to deleting or not able to deleting, like this? Okay, so when you are going to use APIs, my APIs are going to be secure. To my APIs I'm going to provide security. Then if anybody trying to use my APIs, there's a security mechanism providing some strong strength. Getting this one? Okay, so using Django REST framework, we can provide built-in security to our APIs. Why means Django REST framework is providing more built-in classes to providing the security. For example, token authentication. Okay, and basic authentication, session authentication, like so many a number of things providing, sir. So many providing. So by using these all mechanisms, token authentication, basic authentication, session authentication, like this, we can providing the security to our APIs. Later coming sessions we are going to discuss about more clearly. Okay, about these things more clearly we are going to discuss. What is this one? Okay, these are also some benefits of the framework. Okay, next, without opening the database. Okay, without opening the database, for example, MySQL database I want to see, sir. Okay, without opening the database to see the data purpose, from the command prompt only we can confirm our data state by sending some commands. Okay, so for example, using command prompt you are executing server, sir. You are creating project, creating application, executing the server. Okay, and you created some data into database. If you want to see the data, MySQL command prompt you are opening, select star from table name, like this commands we are executing and we can see data. But without opening the database manually, using our command prompt only we can see our data. Using our command prompt only we can see our data. Okay, so simply data state we can confirm. Data state we can confirm without open database. This is also performing. Later I'll show you the all things practically. Okay, so next in Django, using Django to creating purpose one URL, to updating one URL, to deleting one URL. Okay, to getting all records one URL, to getting single record one URL. Like this, a number of URLs we are writing, sir. but using Django REST framework, okay. So a single URL, nothing but single API we are calling. Single API can perform all operations. Okay, this is also one of the best benefit. Instead of defining the multiple URLs, a single URL we are developing. Using single URL, we can performing the CRUD operations. If you want to get the single record, you can get. If you want to update that single record, you can update. If you want to delete that single record, you can delete. But we are using single record, single API only. Okay. Then how it is understanding? Using same URL, when you are deciding to delete, that is going to be deleting. When you are deciding to update, that is going to be updated. When you are deciding to get, that is going to be getting. Okay. So how it is understanding means this is all the responsibility of Django REST framework. Okay. What you are thinking in our mind, that is only going to be performing because of this Django REST API. Are you getting this fine? So like this, these all benefits there, like this multiple benefits are there. So because of these all benefits, nowadays this Django REST framework is getting more demanding. Okay, that's why all Django developers are going to learn this Django REST framework for better development purpose. Are you getting this fine, guys? Okay, I hope you are understanding these all benefits. Sir, what I am discussing here, everything I'll send to you mail. Okay, so after 1 or 2 days I'll take your mails, then everything theoretically, each description also you are going to get this point like this, each point descriptions you are going to get, then you will understanding diagrams, class notes, diagrams, everything I'll give you, PDF files I'll give you, and text files also I'll give you. Okay, and in our sessions, after developing the APIs, okay, this is my APIs, sir. For example, REST APIs I'm developing. Okay, after developing my APIs, generally in Django, sir, from the browser we tested URL, sir. From the browser we tested. Okay, so here from the browser I'll test my API, and from the command prompt also we can test our URLs. From the command prompt also we can test our APIs. I'll show you these all variations. Okay, from another application. Okay, from another app to app. This is one application. This REST API using by one application developed, for example. Okay, so from the another application, how we are testing, I'll show you. Okay, app to app communication is important mainly while learning. When you are learning Django, only single application you are developing, but here parallelly we can develop multiple applications, we can do executions. Okay, later some real-time tools are there. For example, Postman tool is there. Postman tool. Okay, and Swagger tool is there. Okay, so using Postman tool, how we are testing. Okay, and using Swagger tool, how we are testing. I'll show you, sir. They are trending ones. Okay, so using some real-time tools, how we are testing our APIs. These all things I'm going to show you practically. These all things. Are you getting this one? Okay, and 30 sessions are required to learn this Django REST frameworks. Okay, previously when I'm taking offline batches, fast track batches also I taken a lot of fast track batches. Fast track batches means only 2 weeks, 2 weeks only completing. Only 2 weeks means without giving notes, okay, directly developing the programs and explaining the concept. Okay, and the Saturday Sunday long sessions shooting, sir, long sessions taking. That's why within the 2 weeks can completing. But here daily 1 hour we are discussing, so 30 sessions required. Okay, that is all based on your requirements, sir. Okay, so if you are sitting more time, then within the less time we can completing. Otherwise 1 hour 30 sessions we can completing, no problem. Are you getting this one? Okay, so okay, I'll stop now, sir. If you have any query, okay. Thank you. Yeah, guys, do you have any queries? Yeah, okay. So if you are attending 3 things, then you will understand what is the importance of Django REST framework. Okay, you only by attending one class you are unable to understanding full concept about the Django REST framework. Okay, so you can plan the other sessions also. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.